Hey everyone, it's Rachel Elizabeth here with your Monday challenge again this week. And this week is all about your posture. So I have a catchphrase for you, but I'll tell you that in a second. First of all, when you're going throughout your day, walking, sitting, standing, whatever you're doing, your muscles are activating. However, there's two major muscle groups that like to take the day off, if you know what I'm saying, all right? Your butts and your abs or your belly button area, so I'm going to call it your buttons. So the catchphrase I want you to think about 24/7, no matter what you're doing, is butts and buttons. Butts and buttons, butts and buttons, butts and buttons. So what I want you to do is get that ingrained in your head. I want you to never forget that. I want you to hate me for getting that stuck in your head, all right? Butts and buttons, butts and buttons, butts and buttons. Annoying yet? Good, because I want you to remember that. Those two muscle groups don't like to activate if they don't have to, and that's where a lot of your fat is stored, and I wonder why. We got to get those areas activated so more blood is flowing and more activity is happening and more muscle activation is happening so you can build more lean body mass, support your bone structure, lose more body fat. You know, you got it. I want you to think about butts and buttons this week. Draw your belly button into your spine, brace those abs. You should be able to breathe normally still. Think about a plank. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. But also for your glutes, I want you to bring your mind to the muscle. So every time you're sitting, every time you get out of your chair, every time you sit back down into your chair, I want you to think about engaging both your abdominals all the way around, so belly button to spine, nice and tight. And your glutes. So when you are sitting down into your chair, go nice and slow. Don't just plop down because that's those muscle groups. Taking a hike. And coming up out of your chair, dig your heels into the floor, press your weight up out of your chair, and use your glutes to contract and get you up out of that chair. Your abs help a lot there too. So let me show you a couple exercises to get those working the right way so you know how to feel what's going on. Plank, you're going to start with your elbows underneath your shoulders. Bring your feet up behind you and hold yourself as strong and as stiff as a board, so basically a plank position. If you start to feel any pressure or discomfort in your lower back, I want you to bring your hips up just a little higher and draw your abs in just a little tighter, so belly button to spine. All right, now for your glutes, I want you to try a regular squat position. I'm going to show you from standing to seated, so you're going to lose me for a second, but I want you to try to keep your weight in your heels. Nice and slow down. Get your butt below your knees. Drive up through the floor through your heels, not your toes. Stand up and squeeze your glutes. Back down again. And repeat that a couple times. Once you start contracting your glutes, pulling in your abs, you're going to start to feel those muscle groups working, and that's what I want you to concentrate on this week. Butts and buttons. I will see you here next week.